Well, hello. My name is Jerry Delsol. I'm an agriculture teacher in Northern California. And I'd like to share some of my ideas on students, teachers, and instruction. One of the terrific things about being an ag teacher is that I'm given the opportunity to do a lot of home visits, and I'll also be involved in students not only inside the classroom but outside the classroom and in different kinds of contexts. And it gives me a pretty good understanding of my students and how they learn and the kinds of things that they need to be able to be successful. This environment that we have in education, it's still kind of a 19th century kind of mentality where it's very industrialized model still. After all the technology has been infused at this particular point, we're still kind of have this idea of a one-size-fits-all type of environment. We need to engage students, and I think technology helps it out quite a bit. I have just three things that I think are really important, at least for me anyway, to be able to deliver a very personalized and engaging type of curriculum. One of them, of course, are the tutorials, the videos, the content videos that we produce. And I'm a big proponent of if you can all possibly do it, you need to do it yourself. They're familiar with your voice, your mannerisms, and quite frankly, it really tailor makes or tailor fits into your particular curriculum. The second thing that I try to do is I try to use a lot of digital probeware. Being a science teacher, I think it's really important to have real-time data and data that they can move within the digital environment. And then, of course, the third thing that is important is some kind of delivery system to take all the tools that you have digitally and give them to the students so they can create some pretty amazing types of projects as well as assignments. And I use Google Docs and also Google Classroom to make all of that happen. Now, how did I come up with this? Or what was my model? Well, I'd like to take you on a tour of our actual native plant garden. If you look at this particular picture, you'll notice on the one on the left that plants are different than the ones on the right. If you look at the ones on the right first, you'll notice it's more of a desert format. And if you take a very close look on the left, it's an oak woodland. And if you switch the plants, if you take the ones on the desert side and put in the oak woodland and vice versa, they don't thrive very well. The reason why? The foundation. The lady who worked with us to put these biome gardens in was very, very meticulous. She made sure that each and every of the 5 biomes she created, she started with the soil. She amended the soil. She made sure that they were the right components, whether it be silt, whether it be sand, whether it be clay, whether it be mixture. And then she also watered them very, very differently. And I think that's a really good analogy of what we need to do in the classroom. You start with the foundational things that will feed them, the things that will engage them, the things that will keep their interest alive. And that's why I think that education today needs technology so it can give us that opportunity to work with students on a one-to-one basis, or at least a small group. For instance, when I switched over to making my own videos, I was gaining 20 to 30 minutes in a classroom so I could personalize education for those particular students in my classroom. The second thing is when I added the digital probeware, I was adding a sense of more reality, more real world kinds of situations. And then lastly, when I started using Google Classroom and Google Docs and all the tools, I was giving students some 21st century tools so that they could create things that they could be proud of and be engaged. Well, guys, I really want to thank you for allowing me to just share some ideas that I had as far as how students and teachers in education are working together with technology to make it happen for them. Enjoy your conference. Thanks again for the opportunity.